Today we're gonna review Gordon Ramsay, his YouTube video that says how to cook the perfect steak. Okay, right off, I have a bad feeling about this because he's indoors. So if you're gonna cook perfect steak, you need to be outside chopping wood over a grate. So Ramsay, get your shit together. Thought you're a proper chef. But anyways, we'll give him the, his due credit and see where things go.
Right, the guide to cooking a perfect steak. Hot pan. The secret here is to make
No. That was a Teflon pan. I'm gonna go back. That looked like a motherfucking Teflon pan. It's totally Teflon. Don't do that, okay? Rule number one, don't use a Teflon pan. Just chop wood and put it over a metal grate.
The secret here.
I see some oil right there. Hopefully it's olive oil, but either way, don't use olive oil, use beef fat.
Is to make sure that we literally sear the steak.
Okay. Holy shit, this is gonna be a long video. Okay, but we're 4 seconds into this fucking video and we got a Teflon pan. We're indoors. We got a Teflon pan. We got presumably olive oil, and then we have really thinly cut steaks. There's 4 big problems right there. Use beef fat, preferably seasoned beef fat. Selfless plug, we have a little business called Butcher's Butter that's pretty damn good. If you come to the shop, you can get it, but not online yet. So you want to use beef fat with cooking a beef steak. That seems pretty intuitive, right? Olive oil's got a lower smoke point. It's gonna burn, it's gonna be bitter, acrid. Don't do that. The steaks are pre-cut, so oxidation, even if you're a ding-dong at home and you're not confident with a knife, just get a bigger piece of meat and cut your own steaks as you're about to cook them. Don't get them pre-sliced.
So that we literally sear the steak and not boil it. Season it first.
Okay, big rock salt, don't do that. So, big rock salt doesn't get good penetration in the steak. Let me get a piece of butcher paper. I'll have a nice visual diagram. Okay, you got rock salt. Here's a big piece of rock salt, big piece of rock salt, big piece of rock salt, big piece of rock salt. See that? Does that have good cover on that page? Not great. Or you can use fine sea salt. See all those little bits of fine sea salt? Better coverage, which means you have your cell wall of lean flesh is mostly water. You put a piece of salt on the top here and a piece of salt on here, right? And then the water gets drawn out, the cell wall collapse on the surface area. You're building the Maillard reaction, fancy term for caramelization, fancy kind of term for crunch and texture and browning. The rock salt is all spaced out, so there's no salt in between these big rock salt crystals. Rock salt, people use it for texture. So once again, it's using big, thick rock salt, you're covering up your mistakes from the get-go because you're looking for the rock salt to add texture and crunch. You can get texture and crunch if you cook the steak properly. So, fine sea salt, not rock salt. And I already see this motherfucker with a black pepper that he's gonna put on there. So, sorry, Gordon, but you're great at making a vinaigrette or something, but this is not encouraging to me at all.
Beautifully done.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
Get some nice.
Okay, black pepper. This is gonna be the most controversial statement yet, but it's true. Don't use black pepper on a steak beforehand. The reason being, it'll burn and become bitter and acrid. You want to use pepper after the steak, and then it's bright and fruity and clean and is the essence of black pepper, right? And if you don't believe me, that's fine. Don't take my word for it, as the Reading Rainbow guy says. Just take black pepper and put it in a frying pan, and then same heat in another frying pan, and cook the black pepper for as long as you cook the steak, and then taste that black pepper, tell me if it's optimal. It's not gonna be optimal. It might be okay, or more likely it's gonna be burnt and bitter and shitty and acrid. So that just, your palate wants to reject that. It's common, but common doesn't make it good, and it doesn't make it something you should pursue. So, don't put black pepper on a steak. Rule number 8, I guess. I don't know. Pick your number for the rule, but don't do it. Okay, here we are. Black pepper on the steak before he's cooking it. Great, Gordon.
Large grains of pepper, so you got a nice bit of heat. Mop up all that seasoning and sort of push in. The 4 most important parts to make sure you take them out of the fridge 20 minutes before you actually start cooking them.
Okay, that's
cooking
not bad.
Steak, that's
but whatever.
Stone cold in the
Don't
center.
worry about that.
You have to overcook it on the outside.
He's got
Hands
bigger
just start
problems to
smoking.
deal with.
Touch of oil in, roll that round, and then just lay the steaks away, always away from you, and let the pan do the.
Okay, so he's laying the steaks on the lean flesh side, and he didn't. If you look at the salt, Jeremy will screen in. I can't do tech, so Jeremy's gonna do this for me. Put a little bubble up here, or something. You can see the rock salt on the steak is not soaked into the meat through osmosis. So the salt's not doing its job for building the crunch, the Maillard reaction. Also, he's laying lean flesh on the frying pan. Always do fat cap over low medium and let that heat penetrate through the fat cap nice and slowly. Yes, I said penetrate. This is a meat butchery video, so there's gonna be a lot of sexual innuendos. Sorry. If you don't like swearing and sexual innuendos, you're gonna have to find another YouTube channel. So yeah, fat cap. You wanna start that low medium heat and just let that render. And then the heat will go through the fat cap and become just kind of translucent, yellowish, semi-clear. And then take them off and then crank up the heat with the beef fat, not with olive oil, and then lay the steaks down in the beef fat, high heat, and start to build up that crust. And only put the steaks in the frying pan when you've seen the salt start to penetrate into the meat and it gets kind of slushy on the top, if you will, right? And we haven't even talked about thickness of steaks, which I guess I could address that too. Damn it, this is a 2.5 minute video. I'm just gonna keep talking. So Gordon's tying his hands behind his back because he's got too thin of a steak, right? Two thin steaks. He should take both those steaks and just stack them on and make one proper steak. The reason being, if you have a thin steak, if you want it medium rare, you're gonna have a tan, flaccid piece of meat. And if you want it to be all Maillardy and caramely and crunchy and flavor and texture, it's gonna be medium well or well. So dry steak, good outside texture, or medium rare, thin, flaccid, tan, bleh, steak. If you like thin, flaccid, tan meat, have fun with that, but I don't want that. Okay.
Work. That's the kind of noise you want to hear in the pan every time.
Okay, he's right. A good sizzling noise. All right, Gordon, you hit it on the head. That's great.
That nice sear. Again, pair of tongs.
Pair of tongs. I want to give Gordon the credit where credit's due. Pair of tongs are great. Use a pair of tongs. Chop wood, get a grate, have a long pair of tongs. Forget about everything else.
Over very carefully. Literally 30 seconds in the pan, you can see the color. Beautiful. That layer of fat on the back of the sirloin, you want to render that down as well. That's it there.
Okay, that's great. He finally did it. He put the fat cap down on the heat source to render the fat, get it more translucent, and so you're not chewing like a hard, almost raw piece of rubbery fat. It makes it liquidy and juicy and delicious. That's correct, but he's not doing it for long enough, and he's doing it at high heat. You should do it low, medium heat, so you don't carbonize the fat.
So hit that into the pan. Use the pan to your advantage. Tilt the pan, let all that hot fat, olive oil run down the back.
That's great. Tilt the pan, get the fat, beef fat, not olive oil. Quick deep fry is not a bad thing at all.
It starts to sear the steak even better. You can put a little bit of garlic.
Okay, he's got fucking fancy copper pans hanging in the back, and he's using some shitty Teflon pan. Like, dude, you're worth $1 million times $1 billion or something. Use a proper pan. Don't use mediocrity, especially if you label your YouTube video as perfect steak.
Nice little flavor of the steaks. Doesn't need to be peeled. Just lightly crush and then.
God damn it. The garlic does need to be peeled. This is kind of like a sexy trick I see a lot of chefs do where they're putting thyme and garlic for 30 seconds or something in the pan. You're not getting any flavor out of there that's noticeable. Like, once again, A/B test this. Take your frying pan and put your garlic and your thyme in a frying pan in a little bit of olive oil, and then do exactly what he's doing next to it, and then strain that olive oil. Tell me if you taste a lot of garlic that's unpeeled and thyme. You're not going to. Does it look sexy? Sure, but we're not talking about fine art. We're talking about eating. It has to have a real functional component to it. And putting thyme and garlic, especially garlic that's unpeeled, into a frying pan is just not going to do anything. So
that gives a really nice flavor to the steak. Turning every minute. So you got that.
He's right. It would add a really nice flavor if he did it correctly, properly, but he's not. But use garlic and thyme in a different fashion. Another video, we can talk about that.
Nice even color. And if you're turning your steaks every minute, it starts to cook evenly. A little bit of thyme. It's really nice to get that nice fragrant. Just have thyme. And a touch more. I quite like my steaks rare, so rare's here.
Those copper pans
Offers
hanging
at
in the
palm
background
at
is
the
gonna
top.
piss me off even
Medium
more.
is there, and well done
Oh
is at the
shit.
top.
He's really doing this shit. Okay, this nonsense that once again, a ton of people talk to you about, just wipe that out of your mind. He's touching like behind his watch. He's like saying that, I don't even want to listen to it because whatever he's saying is nonsense. Don't do that. Don't do your hand tests. I mean, think about you go and touch a masonry guy hand that's like 60 years old, and then you touch a dainty lady's hand in New York City. You know, this is going to feel a lot different. This is going to feel a lot different. So you can't just take a broad stroke and say, well, this is what you should touch on your hand to know how a steak feels. This is not good.
Well done is at the top of your wrist. And now, I'm going to start off with my butter. Little knobs of butter.
Man, I don't want to sound like heel, but I'm just going to be a heel because content is content and he's not doing it properly. Okay, I want to be positive towards Gordon. He looks like he's got a dope-ass watch. I like watches. And I'm sure it's a dope-ass watch because it's Gordon and he's got a lot of money and he's probably not wearing anything silly. Just use salt and seasoned beef fat. And have a nice watch. Good on you, Ramsay.
And this is where the steak starts to take on a completely different flavor. Tilt the pan, then just baste the steaks.
Yeah, basting's good.
Fry
You're deep frying the
thyme,
surface, right? That does help
garlic.
with the Maillard reaction, the caramelization, right? So you put hot liquid, it's got some water in it, so you're kind of steaming your steak too, but hopefully the oil and the butter is hot enough where it's kind of doing a deep frying surface. But once again, it's not beef fat, so it's subpar.
Nothing's burning, and that's why we started off with olive oil. Get the garlic and sort of brush.
Okay. Did you see the skin still on the garlic? There's no essence of garlic coming out. Like, I get it, you're a fancy chef. Like I said before, you can make a better vinaigrette than I can, but we're not talking about vinaigrettes here. We're talking about cooking a steak. Peel the skin off the garlic at minimum, like smash it, get some of the oil out of the garlic, but leaving the skin still on the garlic, like, I don't know. Do you like having sex with a condom or having sex without a condom? Booyah, you need the skin off. Hey, condom on or condom off, right? I mean, let's get real about it. You take the skin off so you can taste more, feel more. It's more enjoyable. So peel your fucking garlic.
The garlic over. Off with the gas. Take them out. Beautiful.
This is not advice for young men or women, by the way. Use a condom.
Let them rest. And off. And then from there,
Okay, let's see the reveal of the steak.
slice.
Ah, shit.
Rare.
Okay, Gordon, you're using a serrated knife. It's called a bread knife for a reason. I don't know what to tell you. Hold on, let me show you. Look at these two blades. One has got bumps, the other one is smooth. One is for cutting bread, the other one is cutting flesh. What is Gordon Ramsay cutting right now? Well, I guess he's cutting a little bit of garlic in time, but that's beside the point. He's cutting predominantly flesh. Which one should you use for the perfect steak? You should use this one. You should not use this one. You're only using this if this is dull. And I'm gonna hold Gordon to a high standard. He should probably have a sharp carving knife, not a serrated bread knife. Yeah.
Going on to medium rare. Delicious.
Okay, hold on a second. The guy didn't even show us the cross section. So we don't even know if it's a medium rare. My bet is that it wasn't because it's too thin of a steak and he cooked it long enough that you're gonna get a medium well and it's not his fault, right? You get your hands tied behind your back when you have a thin steak because if you leave it exposed to heat long enough, it's gonna cook all the way through. To say the least, to be kind to Gordon, it's not perfect. So change the title of your YouTube channel, or the video I should say. The quote of my butcher shop is from The Farm by Wendell Berry. It says, "Eat these good beasts that eat what you cannot eat." That pretty much encapsulates everything. So Gordon and all you other people out there putting black pepper and olive oil on your steaks, you're not eating a good beast. You're eating a mediocre beast. Or it is a good beast, and then you made it mediocre by your implementation. Please don't put olive oil and black pepper on your steak ahead of time and cut them properly thick. Don't cut thin steaks.